Welcome to v4yav Media, where we talk and explore the latest topics to affect our young people on the streets of London. Today we're going to look at how the gangster image persuades and grooms and promotes violence and draws young people to a life of violence, and how a lack of financial support from the government puts families into poverty. Could you please share your views and experiences on those two subjects?
Right, the gangster image in music today is basically attracting young kids to become like the rappers they're watching and listening to. So rappers, when I was growing up, obviously the famous ones, Tupac and Biggie, are now dead. So that's what normally results in happening out of this rap game, because it's all about promoting violence, beef with each other, and making people want to carry guns, knives, and be active on the streets.
Could you tell us and maybe explore some of the realities of these lifestyles?
Realities of it, I'm riding it all the time. The people that are chasing the lifestyle of the rappers basically want to get the fastest cars, have the fastest bitches, smoke the best weed, and be in the best clubs everywhere, which is what their rappers do. So they're basically role models. So when they're watching 21 Savage right now, they're watching the rappers that are famous, Lil Wayne, Drake, Tiger. They're seeing them, and they want to try and follow that lifestyle because it's glamorized. So now, if I'm watching that at 16 years old, I want to be doing that shit. So, along with that comes a lot of crime. So obviously you get involved in either drug dealing or some sort of criminal activity, which what most of these songs are gonna put into the minds of our kids. And when I was growing up, I was listening to all of it, and it made my mind obviously get deterred by that, and it did affect me. I'm not gonna lie, everyone that I was around, we listened to certain type of music which basically influenced the style of lifestyle we tried to portray on the streets again. So we was trying to buy the newest trainers. We can't have no last year's models. We need it up to date. We want the freshest cars. We want the freshest everything. So that's basically how music plays a big part in what the kids or we basically get attracted to.
And how does the lack of financial support from the government affect families into young people being drawn to the gangster image and into a life of crime? Can you see the correlation?
The correlation probably relates to the areas we're talking about, because if you were to go into Kensington and Chelsea, you wouldn't see gangster rap being played on the street corners. If you were to go into Hackney, Dalston, Newham, Redbridge, areas around there, you'll hear that played on every estate, on every block, on every corner, because most of it's a rundown town. So it's basically the environment, I'd say. So if we're in slums, towns, where in my areas where I've grown up in East London,
it's almost like we're set up to fail.
These
young people are set up to fail.
We're set up.
If your area is full of crime, full of deprived,
you're gonna have to either be part of it.
You're more likely
or
drawn to a life of crime.
It's not. I wouldn't say that everyone chooses what life they choose. Yeah, so the path can be either right or left, but it's easier to fall into that trap. I'd agree with.
And lastly, if you had one message to a young person watching this that was thinking about becoming a gangster, thinking that the gangster lifestyle is going to make a way out for them, that they're going to become rich, they're going to become famous, they're going to become successful, what message would you have for that person?
I'll say to them, listen, it's short-term, temporary. It'll be finished in a flash. So you'll end up in jail, or you'll end up dead.